Good morning, girls. Welcome to St. Ursula Girls High School and Junior College, Nagpur. We are in online teaching modules. Science and Technology. We are learning Science 1 of Standard 9, and our lesson is going on measurement of matter. Today we are going to learn about radicals and chemical formula of compounds recapitulation. So here have one table for you that you have to complete. Write down the cations and anions obtained from the compounds in the following chart. So here are some base and acid compounds are given. You have to tell which are cation and which are anion. I hope you have know what is cation and anion. In previous class we have discussed about cation and anion. Let's revise that. Cation, that is positively charged and more protons than electron. Anion, negatively charged and more electrons than protons. So now you can complete that table, which is assignment for you. Now Moses Gomberg identified the first organic free radical, the triphenyl methyl radical, in 1900. So let's see what is radicals. Radicals or free radicals are atomic or molecular species with unpaired electrons in an otherwise open shell configuration. These unpaired electrons are usually highly reactive, so most radicals readily take part in chemical reactions. Being unchanged, their reactivity is different from that of ions of similar structure. So the first organic free radical, the triphenyl methyl radical, was identified by Moses Gomberg in 1900. Ions or radicals. Ion is an atom or a group of atoms carrying positive or negative charge that behaves as a single unit in reactions. The positively charged part is called cation or basic radical, whereas negatively charged part is called anion or acidic radical. So compounds with ionic bonds have two constituents. So which are these constituents? These are a cation that we have studied before, which is positively charged ion, and anion, that is negatively charged ion. So they take part independently in chemical reactions and are therefore called radicals. It is seen from the above chart that different bases such as NaOH, KOH are formed when various cationic radicals are paired with the anionic radicals hydroxide. Hence, the cationic radicals are also called basic radicals. And different bases are distinguished from each other by the basic radicals in them. And on the other hand, different acids such as HCl, HBr are formed when various anionic radicals are paired with the cationic radicals, that is H. Therefore, the anionic radicals are called acidic radicals. I hope you have understood this. So the difference in the composition of various acids becomes clear by the acidic radicals in them. Can you tell which are the basic radicals and which are the acidic radicals among the following? It has been removed from the portion of the syllabus, so we are not going to study that. Generally, basic radicals are formed by removal of electrons from the atoms of metals such as Na plus, Cu2 plus. But there are some exceptions. Exceptions are NH4 plus. Similarly, the acidic radicals are formed by adding electrons to the atoms of non-metals such as Cl minus, S2 minus. But there are some exceptions like Mn4 minus. Once again, use your brain power has been removed from the portion, so we are not going to study that. Monoatomic radicals such as Na minus, U minus, Cl minus are called simple radicals. When a radical is a group of atoms carrying charge such as SO42 minus, NH4 plus, then it is called composite radical. So I hope you have understood the difference between monoatomic radicals and composite radicals. The magnitude of charge on any radical is its valency. I hope you know about valency, which we have studied in previous class. So the magnitude of charge on any radical is its valency. Chemical formulae of compounds, that is recapitulation. The characteristics of a compound formed by ionic bonds is that its molecule has two parts. As we have seen that these are a cation and an anion. That is basic radical. Cation means basic radical, anion means acidic radical. These two parts are oppositely charged. The force of attraction between them constitutes the ionic bond, and the name of an ionic compound has two words. So the first word is the name of the cation and the second is the name of the anion. For example, while writing the formula of a compound such as sodium chloride, the symbol of the cation is written on the left and adjoined to it on the right is the symbol of the anion. So the charge are not shown, though the number of the ions is written as a subscript on the right of the symbol of the ion. This number is obtained easily by the method of cross multiplication of the valencies. Do you know about cross multiplication? Of course, you have studied in mathematics that how to do that cross multiplication. So the steps for writing chemical formula are shown on the next page. So let's see. Before that, on page number 55, using ICT has been removed from the portion, so we are not going to study that. Now let's see the steps. So the first step, to write the symbols of the radicals. So basic radical on the left, that is Na. Step 2, to write the valency below the respective radical. You must know the valency. So the valency of Na is 1, which we have written below, and SO4 valency of SO4 is 2, which we have written below that radical. Now let's see the step 3, to cross multiply as shown by the arrows the number of the radicals. You can see the cross multiplication. And the last step, to write down the chemical formula of the compound. So how will you write? As you have done the cross multiplication, so the Na2 and SO4, Na2 SO4, there is 1, so we will not write the 1, we will write SO4 only. So Na2SO4. So in order to write the chemical formula of compounds, it is necessary to know the valency of the various radicals. The names and symbols along with the charge of common radicals are given in the chart below. But this chart is also not in the syllabus in this year, so you just read it for the information, for the knowledge, but it will not come to the exam, so don't worry. But it is important also from the aspects of our study. So we must know the valences, and some radicals are given here, you can read it out, but it is not in the portion, so no need to learn that, you just read it. Use your brain power. Using the chart of ions and the cross multiplication method, write the chemical formula of the following compounds. So you can do that. Try to do this. So for today your home assignment is you have to complete the table of radicals and note down the steps, learn the steps. By using these steps you can make the chemical formula. Then our lesson has ended here. Now you have to complete your exercise and we will discuss it and also revise our lesson on next period. Till then, keep practicing, keep learning.